human rights activist, okay, a human rights lawyer as well, Dele Farotimi, has said that the current Nigeria system is not sustainable and that the revolution and problem that will destroy President Bola Tinubu's government will come from the northern region of the country. In an interview making the rounds on social media, Farotimi said that revolution against the suffering created by Tinubu's government will not start in eastern Nigeria. According to him, an average Igbo person has learned not to depend on the government, so it is easier for them to survive on their own. He said, long ago I predicted that the Nigerian revolution would start in northern Nigeria. The only reason I said so at the time is because the north had always been the reason we could not find a common purpose to fight the evil. But now that the person in power in the presidency is not a northerner and is at best a nominal Muslim, and the suffering has now been fully democratized, the northern streets, northern elite, has no interest in forbearing and continuing to suffer. Why is it that all of a sudden everything they tolerated in all the years of Buhari is no longer tolerable? I don't even know how long it is going to take, but if this mess continues, the problem that will consume this government will start in northern Nigeria. It is not going to start in the east. It might seem like nothing is going to happen, but something will definitely happen. This system is not sustainable, he said. Justifying his point in details, the activist said, you will rarely find an Igbo man applying to civil servants or service or looking for a salary job. The average ones, even the ones that went to the university, still attach themselves with somebody in the markets and learn a trade. They learn to do without the government. They learn to discount the government completely, which means that the Igbo man is better equipped than any other region to cope with other current circumstances where the government has completely become useless. The Igbo man was already prepared for the uselessness of the government. Now that he is prepared for it and everyone wants to stigmatize him, I can't even blame the Igbo man for turning around and saying it is none of my business. Enjoy your government. He added, he didn't even enjoy anything from the beginning. I'm talking about average Igbo man, not about the Ojus or Kalus or the Okorochas of this world who have always fed on the grievances of the Igbo people and have made money by appeasement of the government and presume to speak on behalf of the Igbos. Average Igbo man on the street grew up believing that he has no problem in Nigeria, which was what fed the Biafran spirit and demand for Biafran even 50 years after the civil war. I must say, we don't people they carry cry or be power. They know they want the shame. They will say come and they stigmatize other people. They are hungry now. Well, I don't think this not northerners. Maybe their elites are the ones that will now, anything they tell them, that's what they do. Maybe most of them they behave like Malu. When you talk about hunger, they are not. It is their immune. It is their trademark. They don't believe in hunger. It's part of life for them. But they might use religion to trigger the revolution. But as far as the hardship is concerned, forget it. Just like you made mention of a Farotimi made mention of a routine Amechi, and not Amechi, Rochas and Ojus Okaru. So also we have their elites in the north as well who are not suffering this whole thing. They use the people who an average northerner to perpetrate evil. They can come through religion, but when it comes to hunger, it's not going to happen. They will use something else. And what they want to do is to endure. They can endure until they get to power again and life continues for them. Dele Farotimi, people cannot see what you have already seen. You are indeed a prophet. The poverty in the land is unprecedented. In just 1 year of Tinubu government, all the years from the time of independence to this day, Nigerians have not experienced such punishment. In fact, Satan himself is seated on the Aso Rock throne. Even the real Satan is shocked at the wickedness of this bunch of elements in this God-forsaken government. We need to be recolonized instead of Nigerians. Okay? Instead, Nigerians jackpot to slavery. I keep asking myself if this man has a heart or under the influence of civil or some evil cabals directing him on what to do, because People are dying, but national news will never publicize it. Revolution now or never. Enough of this vagabond in power. Now, wow. Which not for Nigeria? I bet forget those people. It's true, forget them. Forget it. Forget it. Maybe when it comes to religion, they are so eager, they are so there to do that, to do whatever they want to do. But when it comes to hunger, forget it. That sets the pace for this government. They should as well remember they said Muslims don't protest. Moreover, this is a Muslim ticket. They should bear and give peace a chance. We need peace, so help us God. Maybe involved, must be neutral. Fire may be involved, but must be neutral with old Nigerian spirits, where religion, tribalism, corruption is in their agenda, but Nigeria's agenda, because any attempt the Yoruba nation and the shall revolt, remember June 12, 1993 is still well, and this great shall ask why they not so silent about Buhari government. Well spoken, that is my big boss. The eyes of the great man is sharpened to see far into the future. Listen and be warned. It is high time for that, my brother. Very insensitive leadership, making money from Nigerian suffering, buying aircraft while we are dying of hunger. The clock is ticking. And these looters that call themselves leaders are pretending not to be aware. Kenya on my mind. Who created the problem in the first instance? Through banditry and Boko Haram. If they allow the farmers to have good access to their farms, would be talking of high cost of food item. Dele knows the truth and always want to make noise. You are the real noisemakers here. Yes, like a gospel from a prophet. I totally agree with you. This Tinubu government is useless. For instance, if you want to cook, do you put empty pots on fire and tell people that are hungry to be patient? No clue at all on how to revitalize the economy. I understand your pain. That's the only rhetoric Tinubu understands. Tinubu has failed Nigerians. He has failed his own people. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.